First Corinthians chapter 11 verse 1 and 2. Paul is writing and saying, be ye what? Followers of me, even as I am a follower of Christ. So Paul is introducing men on something deeper than just saying Jesus is Lord, that they are able to follow after the Jesus that they entered. Jesus desires that you follow after him in the kingdom. But when you get saved, you must follow, because at the journey of following, you are made a disciple. But we have two chambers of disciples. We have the disciples of the enemy and the disciples of God. The disciples of God are called sheep. The disciples of Lucifer are called wolves. But the rank of being a disciple is not just being in church, it's following after patterns. If the man of God above you is serving, you can only become a disciple by service. A good disciple does what? Follows. The men can only send disciples, not followers. Therefore, listen, the disciples are qualified to be the soldiers of the Lord. When the Lord is looking towards a battle, he looks at men that have followed and have been discipled. Matthew chapter 7 from verse 13. Enter ye into the straight gate. So we are in a location in the realm of the spirit where there are many gates. Therefore you must be guided to which gate you must enter. He's talking about two concepts. He says, for wide is the gate and broad is the way. So there are two things. The way is not the gate. The gate is the opening to the way. Therefore, in the gate you must be able to take the way. Many men come and say, Jesus is my Lord and personal Savior. The gate opens and they just look at the way. But he says, be aware of false prophets. He's telling you, in the process of finding the gates, there will be false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. He's telling you that when the sheep sit, there are other sheep which are not sheep. They have managed to undress other sheep and they have dressed like sheep, but inside they are wolves. Therefore, it means that it is not only heaven training, even the other section has learned how to train the wolves and taught them the ways of the sheep. So when the wolf comes, you will hear the sound of the sheep. Not everybody that calls Jesus, Jesus is for Jesus.